Second,
breaking news occur
from our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news,
security concerns.
We the people converge
to analyze,
separating facts from fiction,
lies and truth.
We dissect,
we integrate,
we harmonize,
we criticize,
and we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready? Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's still Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7 here in the city of Owerri. We've got our guest still with us. We still have our big brother from Njaba local government. Of course, he is Comrade Ejele Chimezie Odemenam. He is MFS CPS Chief Press Secretary and the head of Media and Communications Bureau at Njaba local government area. Ejele, welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Barry Cosmos.
Of course, we still have Chief Comrade Salvatore Amadi, who is here with us dissecting, injecting, and looking for more trouble from our governor. All right, Comrade, welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Barry. I'm happy to be here once again.
All right, so just before we go in, I have a message from Njaba local government. Please, everybody, listen to this, especially those of you who live in Njaba local government. It's the revalidation, registration, and digitalization exercise in Njaba LGA. The general public is hereby officially notified that Njaba local government area has embarked on revalidation, registration, and digitalization exercise for all roads, streets, and avenues, and closes market lines, private firms, public and government properties in and around the local government for proper identification. This exercise is to enable the local government curtail the indiscriminate and unauthorized street naming, personal closes, individual avenues, market stall lines, private and public firms, and other monumental structures, and to ascertain those truly registered with the local government council. Thus, by this government announcement, all individual or organizations with their existing approval permit from the LGA covering their roads, streets, closes, avenues, and market lines are required to present their approved certificate to the appropriate authorities at Njaba Local Government Council Headquarters, NENASA, within 14 days of this announcement for confirmation and revalidation, while those intended to register new ones are advised to follow all the necessary procedures as approved by the Local Government Council Chairman, Chief Vitalis Ugochukwu Obi Etiokwe. Eriokwe, Njaba. I just had to answer Eriokwe. Now, how can you put Etiokwe, Adam? And of course, note that any failure to comply with this government directive within this stipulated time frame, the Njaba Local Government Authority will be left with no other option than to invoke its relevant and extant laws to that effect by enforcing immediate revocation and dismantling of all the illegal naming signposts in accordance with its existing regulatory framework to that effect on indiscriminate street naming and other related matters. This is signed by Ijele Chimeze Odemenam, MFS CPS Chief Press Secretary and Head of Media and Communications Bureau at Njaba Local Government Area. And this brings us to that conversation where we want. Now, Njaba Local Government is taking the lead to curb this excess naming that has been going on and on. Chief Salvatore, you say there is a situation like that in your place, right on your decks you're dealing with. And in every other local government, people just name streets any and anyhow. You hear this close, this one close, this one open, this one market this. I mean, why are we having this thing become a thing in Imo State, right? It wasn't like this previously. Why is it that we have porous government or porous laws, or the government just don't give a damn about it, and that's why it is going on? Let me start with Njaba Local Government now before I come to Salvatore. Okay. When did you notice this new trend of naming and naming things any and anyhow?
Okay, when this current administration in my local government in Njaba, under the leadership of Chief Vitalis Ugochukwu Obi, Etiokwe Njaba, that was last year, we came into the office and found out that there are so many abnormalities. And we thank God for the Supreme Court pronouncement that henceforth there won't be anything like appointive officials to run the local government affairs. Now it has come to be. We have the elected officials, the chairman, executive chairman, and the councillors, who are the lawmaking organ of the local government. So when we try to find out most of the streets named after so many individuals, we now find out that most of them are not registered with the local government. And, Njaba local government, we battled with security issues of recent. Most of the times, when any incidents of security happens, somebody can say this thing is happening at Mr. Okoro's Avenue. And when you try to locate where is Mr. Okoro's Avenue, you cannot find the place because it's not registered with the local government. There are no proper documentation to that effect. And the administration we are into in Njaba local governments, heavily led by the executive chairman, Chief Vitalis Ugochukwu Obi.
The president your chairman here, go pay me money.
He has the man has been a man of the public anyway.
If you call his name again, 50,000. Okay. Don't tell you now.
It's all right. He wants us to finish our allocation here.
I call you go program. I can't hear the praise your chairman.
So
take time.
All right. So when he assumed office, he came up with a 7-point policy activity plan, otherwise codenamed Shiwari, which runs in tandem with the governor's 3-arrow agenda. The Shiwari has SHEWARI. And people were wondering, what's the meaning of this?
It didn't sound like one kind
Fulani name or Asia Pacific language. So, but it's a well-articulated and outlined code where the X stands for safety and security of the people. The H there stands for health sector. E stands for education. The W stands for women and youth empowerment. A stands for agricultural revolution. R stands for rural development. And I stands for industrialization.
All right, great. Let's just, because of time, let's focus on this issue of renaming, please.
Okay. Now, where this issue of renaming, revalidation, and digital registration comes in is on the aspect of rural development. But what makes a rural area a developed area is when such facilities you find in the developed areas are, you see them in the rural areas. The government comes up with the idea of digitalizing the rural areas through this street naming and all that. So that when you say that you are Mr. A, this is Mr. A's avenue, it could be found on a Google map.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great. Let me just cut a little bit short. Now, from what I gathered, a lot of people, because of the failure of government to fix the roads at their locality, decide to use their personal funds and fix that road, and they now name the place after them. How does that play? One, that's a government failure. Two, that's an indictment to government. And three, if this person uses his money to fix a road government ordinarily should do, is it not qualified to be named after him?
Let me tell you something.
And can somebody just do road without the guy asking the government for approval?
Government is an institution
Okay.
that operates under the ambit of the law.
Yeah.
That the road failed in your area, you decide. Government can arrest you for fixing a road without the approval.
Anyway, okay.
Government can arrest you. You can't just go and start, because the road is not your road. Even if
Well,
you
if
build
the
a house,
gov-
you
the
need an
government-
access road, you still need government approval for an access road.
Okay.
So there are certain things you do, you don't do because you build a road, you pour lateral on the road. What government is saying is that if you want to own a street, name it after your name or whoever you want. Go and make it official with the government.
Okay.
Because the policy the local government is doing now is not just to receive money or to make money through this street naming. No. We want to make it, there's what they call geo-mapping system.
Oh, as beautiful as that sounds, if the government has failed to do a road, like, what did we do on the road again? Okohia Road, Ishekinisi to Okwelo, and the rest of them. And then one person, one money done, decided, I don't tire for government, and decided to do that road on his own. Has he committed a crime?
That's a private intervention.
Okay?
Private intervention does not mean you are building the road. The private intervention cannot even give you the right to name the road after your name.
After I don't finish building.
It doesn't confer you the right.
Okay, it doesn't confer you the right. So how do you make good by this if you want to do that? How do you go about it?
So if you have a road, one of the terms of giving you that privilege of naming a road after you, your name, or whoever you would like to do that with, is maintenance. You have to guarantee the government that you will be taking proper maintenance of that road to a certain extent.
Road owner no fit build, I can't build them. I'm not going to say unless I go maintain them. Man, that help me see trouble. It no work. It no work. It no balance at all. Okay, wait, Salvatore, hear this thing now. Here, come in between. I don't want it to be me and then Jabba local government or anything. You cannot do the road. Road leading to my village. I can't go to the village because there's bad road. And I got tired of waiting for the government, and I fixed the road. One, the fee arrest me for fixing the road that is not my own. That is understood because there are guidelines you need to inform them. And after you do the road, before they name it, after you spend billions and billions of naira to fix the road, they now say you must now have a guarantee for you to repair the road if it goes bad. Where they not feel repair since, how do I use work?
Well, that is part of the comical absurdities of the Nigerian polity. It's not just something that has to do with Imo State alone or Southeast. It is a Nigerian malaise, malady, administrative malady. Once you have accepted and said mea culpa, and I'm guilty of not doing what government is supposed to do, you are shifting your responsibility, you're abdicating your responsibility to other people. And if the citizenry decide on their own to do a road, they should be able to be given a certain concession. Now, the point is, this is legit. He's correct in saying that you're building the road that leads from your house to the main road, for instance, does not automatically confer on you the authority.
The rights to name it.
To name it, okay? And that is a point that should be taken home.
Okay.
There are processes, there are procedures you must go through to get this actualized. And a lot of people don't understand really that these procedures are vested in the local government area. Okay? You must approach the local government area and begin to file for this naming. And you pass through the processes. There are, levies to be paid for it and all of that. When they are through with all of that, they accept the name and, do the confirmation.
And then that put it in the Google map, and then the structure that anytime you come, you now know this road is named after this person. That's the right procedure.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. I think that has been established. Why I'm saying this from this other end is to, because the people may be feeling somehow that, okay, I use money, go repair road, and all of the things like that. But at the end of the day, these are constitutional procedures meant for you if you must have a road naming.
Yes.
Now, those people that have named their road without government approval, what should be done?
Now, the government has, observed those things with keen interest and have told them, since you have named these streets or these roads or market lines or store lines,
and people have started using
and
and
people have
knowing
started-
the road
so-
as this.
now government has given them that the prerogative. So come to the local government now to validate it.
Okay?
Come and validate it.
You're not like canceling the name or
No.
renaming it. You just want to now make it official.
Yes, come to the local government and make it official.
But some people will be seeing that like a revenue drive.
Whatever thing the government does, it's not all about revenue. It's about putting sanity in motion. Even at the same time, revenue might come out from it.
Okay.
Because the local government, these are collecting of taxes from even wheelbarrow. It's part of the local government's revenue generating.
Have you seen why people don't really want to do those taxes and levies and all that? Because after paying that, you don't see nothing. You don't see anything. Why should I be paying for what I don't see, and I now have to use my money to go and fix what I am paying for? What is the point of paying? Now, we've gotten to that point where people start thinking like that. As it stands now, Nigerians are beginning to think that the only way to secure Nigeria is if everybody starts protecting himself because of the failure of the protecting powers by the government. So in this case now, how do you get the people to start believing in what the Constitution or the authorities or the law says they should do because they don't see any value from paying all those things to the government?
When the government asks you or situation on ground made you to say you want to defend yourself, defending yourself does not also confer with you or on you the rights of taking laws into your hand. If you are defending yourself because of insecurity, it doesn't mean that whoever that you say you kill, you say you want to defend yourself. There are procedures.
Oh, definitely.
And mind you, it's not every citizenry, not every citizen that wants to name a street after him.
Of course.
There is a kind of elite something. You have risen to a point in the society. You want to maintain a certain status.
Yeah.
And when you read that crescendo, you should know. Nobody is asking you.
Yeah.
And if you think you cannot be able to afford the requirement to name, you allow the government to be managing it. But what government wants to do in our own local government, to be precise to you, is that we want to see a situation where any street, you want to know what is happening there. You Google it. You see it on Google Map.
Okay. Okay.
It's not when you say that this is street A, you cannot find it anywhere. You can book Uber ride or taxi from Owerri to that particular place. It could be seen on the map. If there is a security situation, as we are seeing in my local government, and we want to improve on those measures being put in place so far, if there's any place in this December, now, if there's any place something is happening, you say it happened at Mr. Ojako Avenue. You Google it, you know where the place is. The security operative can access the place easily.
So mostly for security purposes.
Yes.
We need to also streamline all names of street.
Yes.
Very good. Initially, naming of streets and monuments were named after either you were a good man, you had a very good name, you were a prosperous land, or you're industrialist or whatever. You also named this based on landmass and the people. But right now, we are now personalizing naming of street. Is that not what is bringing this mad rush for every rich man that has money? Some of the money, we don't really understand a little bit of where the money even comes from. And the government is rewarding such individuals as a naming street. Is it not what is now bringing this mad rush for people wanting to name street after them? Sabata, let me ask you that question because I don't want to hear government angle. Let me hear from this thing first.
All right. Good thing he used a very, very fundamental word. He said elitist.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
And that
he used that
captures-
one.
That captures everything, really.
In case I don't say elite is Sunday Diego.
You ascribe elitism to
Name
what
it to it.
no, you ascribe it to impunity in Nigeria.
Anyway.
When something goes elitist in the polity called Nigeria, you must ascribe it to impunity. The two go together.
Anyway, poor man no get time to go name streets.
Beautiful again. You've used another right word, poor. You see, the elitist people, the rich ones, are weaponizing hunger and poverty. And so by the instrumentality of their maladministration or administrative incompetence, you don't have roads, you don't have water, you don't have electricity. Everyone you will need, you have to get yourself and fund it yourself. So people will begin to have this kind of feelings concerning the elitist and the elite. And as I said, now there's a very, very instructive example from my environment.
Okay.
Now, there is a church opposite my street that leads to my house in my village.
Okay.
And so that street is named Church Street. And there is a signboard there, appropriately.
Okay.
Now, a couple of years back, one of the United States-based rich relations from that street was to be buried. And so some people got together and produced a signboard with the guy's name on it, XYZ Street. Very bold, large. You know, if you consider the size to the size of the appropriate church
one.
street, that was just like
a triangle.
1 to 10 ratio. You know, so, and when I came in from Owerri, I went to the village, I saw this, I was asking questions from some of my relations, and I was told that they said the relations of the late man said is what they put there to guide those coming for the burial, so they'll know exactly the street they are coming to, that after the burial it will be removed. So I waited some days, it wasn't removed. So I first confronted the President General of our community, and he said that he wasn't part of that. And I
But
now
he has
went-
seen it.
Yes, and because it says, the signboard says, courtesy of Isekinese Security Association. And so I said, so the chairman of the security, so I now said, okay, the next thing is to confront the chairman of Isekinese Security Association and ask him who conveyed the authority, you know, who conferred that authority on him to begin to name streets with his Isekinese Security Association. And he said, oh, it wasn't really his own making, that I should go and to the higher up and ask questions. So I went to the traditional ruler's palace. And I asked the traditional ruler, Eze, what do you know about this renaming of this street from Church Street to this man's name? He said, I should go to the chairman, that the thing has a name. He says courtesy of. So he should go to the chairman of that association. And so during the course of my investigations, I discovered that because the United States-based man made some donations to the security, the vigilante people, you know, those handling security at that level. And see, this again goes back to what happens when there is no governance. When something that's supposed to be provided by government is absent, and the people now have to have recourse to self-help. It causes, this is part of the problem it causes. And so since that level of interaction between government and the citizenry have been weaponized, and they felt, oh, so this uncle can like buy us bullets for our then guns for security, or, you know, find us little change for welfare. Why not name the street after him? And I started laughing. And so when I finished with my investigation, traditional ruler, the chairman of the Isekinese Security Association, the PG, and it was like, it wasn't me kind of situation. You know,
Shaggy.
denial, yes. And I went to the appropriate authority, the local government headquarters for investigations. And I discovered that there was no such process that was engaged by the Isekinese Security Association that just changed the name of that street. And guess what? That burial happened about 2 years ago. Right now, the main church, a newer church, has now been brought directly to my street. It used to be opposite my street on the other side of the road. It has now been brought and is nearing completion on my street. And so you will be asking, now, those that named this street, Church Street, what will be their situation? What's the situation of the processes at the local government? Now, this is where what he's saying makes sense. The authorization you're supposed to get from the local government headquarters, you didn't get it. And just on your own, you see, that's also part of the Nigerian comical absurdity, lawlessness. And you see, people interpret liberty as the right to do whatever you want. No, they should get the appropriate interpretation of liberty now, and it is, and quote me, liberty is not the right to do what you want, but the right not to do what you don't want to do.
All right.
That is liberty.
Thank you very much. That's quite an interesting story over there. But that brings me to the question. If the traditional ruler, the PGs, and other security of different communities and all that begin to dabble into issues like naming of street, is there any punishment to that effect?
Of course there are.
Okay.
There are punishments because the putting up of signage has a procedure. For instance, if there is a boundary, for instance, when you see goodbye from country A to country B, welcome to, you don't just do it because you love your place, you want to do it. You must ascertain the boundary between country A and B, so that it doesn't bring up boundary dispute.
Okay.
Based on where you erect a signage. The law establishing the town union and the autonomous communities does not confer them that right to go and name a street. Even in a state, recently, you see that Douglas Road was named Senator Hope Uzodinma Street. It passed through legislative process. Senator Hope Uzodinma or members of his executive council did not wake up any day and say, Oga, let's use this road. Let's name it, after all, you are the governor. No, it has to pass through that process. If you want to do that, go through your councillor. There's a councillor representing any ward, every ward, where this community is falling. You approach the councillor. Please, this road you want to, you don't just because you're a traditional road. There's a right of confinement. Right of confinement where you want to immortalize someone. It's done by the government in honor. Just like after building an edifice, you say this is Mr. A's hall.
Okay.
It is a confinement, it's an order, prerogative order of the executive. Not you assuming yourself because you're a traditional ruler, because somebody took a chieftaincy title from you, you say you want to give him a street. The street does not belong to you. Just like every land belongs to government.
All right. Every land belongs to government with some conditions. Because this land matter, there are too many land cases on this table. I have not even know how to treat them because we are still trying to look at the one at Nekede Zoo. Of course, maybe we'll bring up our findings on Wednesday here. We're still trying to get the Commissioner for Land to speak on that matter. Everybody does the dodge. Nobody won't talk. At the end of the day, even the State House of Assembly, who gave them, have they put any right to change agricultural land made given by the Nekede people? Now it's called Hope Uzodinma Gardens and all that. So on what legislative principle was done for that name change to move from agro to a residential area that was given to them? That matter, we'll be treating it on Wednesday, hopefully, by God's grace. But this time, I'm going to catch one or two persons who don't give me information on that from the government angle. It's not your local government, so I'm not going to worry you about that. It's the Owerri West. So we've spoken with the Owerri West local government chairman. He has given me his own. On Wednesday, we are going to release everything. And, of course, I'll be inviting people from Nekede as well to come and give us some historical facts about that. We need to understand these things are monumental. They are land. There are issues to deal with the people. This is not just about, what do they call them, naming things anyhow and anyhow. Yes. You don't come to a community just because you're a local government chairman and change the name to give or eulogize somebody, which even the government do. It's just like when we went to, what is it called? Imo State University was renamed by our Hakim to become Evans and Wenham University overnight. And that didn't hold water because it didn't pass through the legislative process. And that failed. Immediately, they returned it back again. So we keep doing that, given that the governor just renamed International Conference Center to Emmanuel Wanyahu International Conference Center. So these are things. Don't you think the people are also taking cue from what the government is doing indiscriminately?
That's what I'm telling you. This project now being erected by the governor, there's an executive project.
Okay.
It is an executive project.
Okay.
If I'm a governor now, I build a road. After building the road, I will approach the House of Assembly.
Okay.
So this masterpiece, this is what I want to name it after, before the unveiling. And they will reason with me and say approved.
Okay.
And when such is approved, not every approval you hear from the legislative angle is made public. Some could be done
inside.
On executive session.
On a cum.
Some could be done at committee level.
On
at the
a
committee
cum-cum.
level.
Uh-huh.
So, but when you see, people believe that democracy thrives when the legislature and the executive start having altercations and misunderstandings. That is not.
It's not really. I don't think it's about altercation. It's about standing for the people you represent. Because if the people are saying no to something, and you who represent them go ahead and say yes, are you representing the people or yourself? That is where we have problem with representatives who go there and frolic with government. Anything government say, they say yes to it. The people you are representing, did they say yes? So if you say yes, invariably the people say yes. When the people are saying no, you are saying yes. Doesn't make any sense. And that's where we get it all wrong. Every time people in government will say fight. No, it's not fighting. Speak for the people you represent. You can't represent me and I'm saying something and you're saying another thing. Who are you representing?
Because most of the people that votes those legislative actors there, you don't hold them accountable for constituency briefing.
The day the legislators will believe that they are not there for themselves, they are not there because they have to be there. They are there because the people have to be there. And that is where we are missing it all. So at the end of the day, the people are the ones seated in the state assembly or federal assembly. It is not those individuals. So when the individuals then take decision, the people have taken the decision. That's the implication. And yet, the people are saying no, you go ahead and say yes. Now people start complaining. Government says when we want government and legislature to fight. It is government and the people. Let's get it right. I don't want to argue that one. Let's leave it there. I want to bring in our listeners into this conversation. If I look too often, I will not go bring this to Sabato, hold on that back. It's time for you to highlight 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. If you are there, please just pick up your phone and be part of the conversation. Sabato, yeah, before they go call, let's hear what you want to say.
Yes, I just wanted to interject because there's one that's playing out now at the National Assembly. Can you just fathom a situation where senators, lawmakers in the National Assembly, let's focus on the senators now, abdicating their responsibility of oversight on defense budget and saying no, they don't want to oversight the defense budget, then they are saying no more resource control. And they are supposedly voted in by the people to go and ensure that there is real democracy.
You don't deviate our attention from here to another thing now. Let's leave that matter. Hello, good morning and welcome. Sabato want to start problem.
Good morning, Barry.
Welcome aboard. I'm very fine.
Of the season.
Thank you, welcome.
I guess, yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
It's an encore for one. I think, Barry, I am 100% on your side. You said it all. They are there for the people. We didn't ask they should go and be fighting governor also. And the governor is also there to do what they say the people want to be done. That's why the governor is there. Not to do his will, not to wake up in the morning and say, the people must, that is why the people elected them there. So that is the way it should be. They are not the next government will come now. They say, no, we don't want to name this. And they change it. I mean, it's not done that way now. But when the people, what is people mind, then it will remain permanent for a long time. Not any governor that can change it. Everyone that can, and the House will approve, change. I mean, how can this? That's the way to go. No, now. I think I agree with you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Keep the calls coming. 0911 20,022. Hello, who them a line?
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
I also greet our guests in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Herbert. I call from Port Harcourt Road.
Okay.
Yes, I want to be on the same page with the man from Njaba.
Okay.
You see, it is government's duty to name streets. And it's also their duty to maintain these streets when they are named. But I'm worried that when they even collect money from people in naming these streets, they don't go on maintaining the streets. That's my worry. Individuals these days take care of their security, take care of their power supply, take care of their water supply. What does the government actually do for the people? Now that we are in dry season, I expect the rural roads to be graded. That is what we used to know those days. When it's Christmas season, you see local government grading all the community roads. I wish that they would do the same. But like I said earlier, you don't just claim a street. You must go through the right source, which is local government. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
Okay. Chief Sabata, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm my guest from
Ijele.
Good morning.
Ijele. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I want to ask Mr. Barra.
Okay.
How is it decided by Imo State that that Douglas Road should be named Hope Masud? If by tomorrow we have another governor, and then he said no, he changed it. Is there any offense? Or let it be that they are there for us. It's not that they be everything. They doing the bid of assembly members. How can they wake up just to change Douglas Road? That is unfair. I don't know. Maybe another governor will come and change it. He renamed my ICC. He's supposed to consult people, people's opinion. He's doing on his wish. That is not, it is better we follow due process in all these things. It's not waking up. Maybe we are singing on the mandate we stand. It's not going to help us. Let us play the true democracy. Thank you.
Thank you. Sabata, you want to respond to that?
Yes. If the next administration comes and the lawmakers in that administration decide that they will change the name from Hope Uzodinma Road to Chief Salvata Amadi Road, the eyes will have it, and the name will be changed once again. Let's get that straight. But the point is that is being raised is you have absence of governance, and you want to pretend there is a governance. And that is the problem. And you remember as well that the people in the Senate, once again, did tell you that governors can now jump from one party to another with no consequences. They are free to do that. There will be nothing like losing their seat. Not just governors, these politicians, you are free to jump from one party to another. And nothing will happen. So you say you are supposed to be running an American-style democracy, but obviously that's not what you're running.
It's quasi-American style.
And that is if you say quasi, it's euphemistic. It is fraudulent, it's criminal.
All right, thank you. Now, that reminds me, the government, this is not part of our conversation, I just want to chip it in. The government, federal government has banned movement of secondary school students into SS3 to curb examination malpractice and all that. But the problem is that if they can ban secondary school from moving from SS3 to curb examination malpractice, why are they not banning politicians from moving from one party to another to curb irregularities like that is happening? That's one thing. Two, if I write WAEC and I fail and I want to resit, where do I go? How do I write it? So these are issues I would like everybody out there to think about. Because if you're going to resit, where do you register to do the receipt?
Possibly should be in that school where you took the first one.
And register as an old student or new student?
As an external student.
but as an internal exam?
In your alma mater.
Very funny. People migrate left, right, and center. So if my father is posted from Owerri now to Abuja, for instance, and I need to go with my dad, I have to come back here and write WAEC.
But let me tell you something.
Is that what you say?
External exams are like...
WAEC is an internal exam.
SSCE. There's after your SSCE exam, there's another external one. GCE and all that. Now, the government policy on this, let's interpret it properly.
Okay.
Because there are miracle centers, academic miracle centers, somebody will reach SS3 in a particular institution. and try to leave that particular institution for another institution for that exam purpose. Why? Is it that the same WAEC SSCE that they are going there to write is not being sitting for in that?
On one side, you are looking at it from one side. I'm taking a look at it from both sides. You understand? This thing you're asking why. Let's ask the politician. Why would you contest in PDP after you win, you then jump to APC?
There must be reasons for that.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. We don't have to look at one side and leave one side.
But is there crisis in that school?
There are crises in governance.
But leaving your school,
there are crises.
There's a crisis in the institution.
There is maladministration. There is impunity. All of them in governance. Why are they looking at this is like not even secondary, tertiary problem. The main problem is this impunity in government. Why are they not taking care of it? Now, that's a discussion for another day. I just needed to do this. Now, when I have a government official, I would like to send a message like that to them. It is good that we want to stop examination malpractice. But is that the best way to stop examination malpractice? Number one. Number two is all our secondary schools right now. Imagine that you are going to write WAEC with a secondary school that had all the facilities. They are even using modern e-learning platforms. And you are going to Oji Comprehensive Secondary School that has no pipette, no burette, and you're going to do titration during the exam. How do you expect the students to write? Now, that's a problem. These are the fundamental issues. They're not window dressing and window shopping on the issue.
Do you know that... Very good, Barry. You just raised a very, very pertinent point. Now, what do you even call school in this country? Now, you have a situation where your child, my child, will go to school and carry his or her locker and chairs from the house.
And go to school.